Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of graphing functions and identifying features. This is standard A.3C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 32 off the 2017 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a graph here of a function just shown on a coordinate grid, and we need to find the ordered pair that best represents the location of the y-intercept. Now, some of you might be able to glance at this and answer the question in about 10 seconds, and if so, that's great. But some of us might not remember what the y-intercept means. That seems like it's a very important term for this problem. And if you look on your mathematics chart or your reference materials, you're going to find nothing. No reference to it, no definition. So we need to define it first, and then we can plot these points here. So the y-intercept is going to be very important. So the y-intercept is the location of the line crossing. Now when I'm talking about the line, I'm talking about the function here that's being graphed, the y-axis. So it is easy to remember. The y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. Okay, so let's plot these 4 points. So we've got 1/3 and then 0. So right there actually looks like, see, so that is at least on the line. And I'm just going to label that F right there. I've got 0, -2. This also looks like it's on the line. So we are 2 for 2 on the line so far. 0, and then 1/3. That's the, you notice those are the inverse coordinates of F, but now we're off the line. So even if we didn't know what the y-intercept meant, you could just plot these 4 points and you can at least eliminate H, because it's going to have to be on the line. If it's not on the line, it's not a part of the function. And then -2, 0. See, look, right there. So they're all kind of clustered together. There's that J right there. But notice this is the inverse. So they just swap these two. If for whatever reason we forget, what the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate are, we put the y-coordinate first. So these are our 4 points right here. J goes to that point, H goes to that little point right there. So we can at least eliminate H and J. So I've got 2 that are on the line. I said that the y-intercept is the location of the line crossing the x-axis. Well, if there's a y-intercept, then there's going to have to be an x-intercept. And you can probably deduce that if the y-intercept is the location of the line crossing the y-axis, then the x-intercept is going to be the location of the line where it crosses the x-axis. And if you notice here, here's my x-axis. That's right there. That's that F. So that F is going to be my x-intercept. And the full ordered pair, right, is going to be 1/3, 0. Because it's where y is 0, that's where your x-intercept is. But a lot of times what we'll do is we'll just do shorthand. And we'll just say, you know what, my x-intercept is 1/3. We won't put the full ordered pair because we know that the y value's got to be 0. But we're not looking for that. We're looking for the y-intercept here. And so that's where the x is 0. So the x is 0. The y is going to be -2. Same thing. For shorthand, we'll sometimes say, look, my y-intercept is -2. That's because we know a y-intercept, automatically the x has to be 0 because it's crossing that y-axis. So my answer is G.